Good morning, I'm meteorologist Cameron Air, and we have a new tornado warning now for portions of McCreary and Whitley County. Let's go right to that radar real quick to show you who's in and who's out of that warning. We can pull up that radar. And this is until 5 o'clock this morning for portions of Whitley and McCreary counties. Let me pull this off real quick. This does include the city of Williamsburg. You guys need to be in your safe place right now. And it also does include down towards Saxton. No one should be driving along I-75 in Williamsburg down to Saxton until this tornado warning is cleared. So you need to make sure to go to their safe place now in McCreary and Whitley counties until this tornado warning expires or until it is let go. So let's pull back that radar real quick. Just give me 1 second. So this is a tornado warning for portions of McCreary and Whitley counties. You can't really see much on radar, but when we pull up the velocity, there you go, just to the north and west of Williamsburg, we have that tornado couplet right there. I don't know if you can see. Nope, can't. Hold on, give me 1 second. So right here, right there is that tornado couplet just towards the north and west of Williamsburg, very close to highway. This is highway 25 there. So there's the tornado couplet very close to highway 25 moving towards the south and west. So if you are in the city of Williamsburg, you need to go to your safe place right now. That's the lowest floor of your home. If you have a basement, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. Just go to the lowest floor near the center of your home, away from windows. Make sure to put yourself near the center in the small room. So if you have a helmet, put that on as well, but you want to be in a bathroom, a hallway, or a closet, put on some shoes, put on a helmet, so be sure to protect yourself from any debris out there if we do have a tornado on the ground. I'm not seeing anything in the way of an actual spotted tornado, but this is a radar indicated tornado warning because of that velocity couplet right there that is just towards the north and west of Williamsburg. So I'm going to circle that one more time just to show you guys at home what we're looking at right here. Just north of Williamsburg is a possible tornado moving towards the south and east towards the city of Williamsburg. So you need to be sure to be in that safe place right now if you are in portions of McCreary and Whitley counties until this tornado warning is expired. Let me pull up. So yeah, this is correlation coefficient. So this is the radar showing us any debris that's in the atmosphere. We're not seeing any debris, which is a good thing. So we don't want to see any blue colors near that tornado couplet because that would show us that there is actually debris in the air, but there isn't. So that is a good thing. But right now we have a tornado warning for portions of McCreary and Whitley counties until 5 o'clock this morning. So again, if you are along I-75, if you live along Highway 25 there, in the portions just north of Williamsburg, you need to be sure to go to that safe place immediately. Again, lowest floor of your home, near the center. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You don't want to be near any windows. You don't want to be in a mobile home. You don't want to be in a car during a tornado warning. We're going to put up that velocity one more time. And there, yep. So get a little bit closer. This is just to the south and east of Highway 25 right there. Circle that one more time for you guys. This is what we're watching. A possible tornado just towards the west of Goldbug, just towards the west of Clio, just to the west of Walden as well. So if you're in any of these communities that I'm calling out this morning, you need to be sure and go to that safe place immediately. This is a possible tornado moving towards the city of Williamsburg. This is moving towards the south and east. So just be sure to go ahead and go to that safe place this morning. I'm gonna pull up that. There's the polygon right there. So the city of Williamsburg, you guys are included. Also down to Saxton, you guys are included. Highway 2792, Interstate 75, over to Redbird, over to Clio, Youngs Creek, Highway 90. All of you guys are included in this tornado warning this morning. So be sure to go to that safe place as soon as you can. Going to pull up velocity one more time. We're having a hard time seeing it on reflectivity because there is a lot of rain falling with these storms. That's another thing that we are watching is the flash flooding threat. There is a lot of rain falling this morning with these storms. So if you are having to be out, just be sure to take it slow and never drive through a flooded roadway because there is a lot of flooding issues this morning because these storms are putting down some really torrential rain. But right now we are here for a tornado warning into portions of McCreary and Whitley counties, just to the south of Youngs Creek. Again, I'm gonna circle this right here. That's what we're watching. And if we pull up correlation coefficient, so this is what this area that we're watching, we're not seeing anything in the way of debris. So that would be in this area right here. If there was an actual tornado on the ground, we would be looking at blue colors in this circle, which is a great thing. We're not seeing that right now. Hopefully that continues over the next little bit until this tornado warning is let go. But right now we're not looking at anything in the way of a confirmed tornado, but the radar indicated from this rotation just towards the south of Youngs Creek, just to the north of Redbird, the Redbird community, over to Goldbug. No one should be driving on I-75. No one should be driving on Highway 25 West. No one should be driving along Highway 90. So just be sure to go to that safe place immediately. This is a tornado warning until 5 o'clock this morning. They are going to continue that warning for Whitley County. So if you're in McCreary County, that warning has been canceled. Let me pull this back out. So this is solely into Whitley County now. So if you're in McCreary County, they gave you an all clear. You are good to go in McCreary County, but if you're in Whitley County, you need to stay sheltered. This does include the city of Williamsburg, over to Duck Run, Highway 2792. So this is the updated tornado warning now. McCreary County, you have been given the all clear. If you're in Whitley County, you are continuing to stay sheltered because this is a tornado warning for portions of Whitley County. Let's pull back up the velocity. And again, we're having a hard time seeing it on reflectivity this morning because of the amount of rain that we are having. But once you look through velocity, this is showing the winds. So green is going towards the radar, red is going away from the radar, and where we see those green and red colors touching like that, that is what we don't like to see, because that's showing us that we do have some rotation this morning just to the south of Youngs Creek, just to the west of Clio, and this is just to the north and west of the city of Williamsburg. If you are in Williamsburg this morning, you need to be sheltered. This is a tornado warning for portions of Whitley County until 4:45 this morning. So about 15 more minutes on this to stay sheltered for about 15 more minutes, or unless they extend this, which I don't see them doing. I don't think they're going to extend this, but let's just watch it and see. This is a tornado warning for portions of Whitley County. So again, just be in that small space, a hallway, closet, bathroom. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You don't want to be in a room with windows, so stay away from those windows. If you have helmets, put those on. If you have a basement, that's great, but if you don't have to be in a basement. You can be just on your first floor. You don't want to be in a mobile home. You don't want to be in a car. So if you're in a mobile home in Whitley County in this tornado warning polygon, you want to be in a better shelter, and you don't want to be driving along I-75 now from Saxton up to just north of Williamsburg now for about the next 15 to 20 minutes, and no one should be driving along Highway 25 West or Highway 92 in the city of Williamsburg either. Let's pull back this velocity real quick. And we're still looking at that velocity signature just to the south of the community of Clio, very close to the community of Redbird this morning. For just now joining us, we have a tornado warning for portions of Whitley County now until 4:45 for this signature right here that I just circled in between the communities of Clio and Redbird, just to the west of Interstate 75. This does include the city of Williamsburg. If you're in Williamsburg, you need to be in a safe place immediately. The National Weather Service in Jackson is continuing this morning until 4:45 for a possible tornado that is just to the north and west of Williamsburg. And again, we're having a hard, so normally we look at tornado warnings, you see those classic hook signatures on reflectivity. We're not seeing that this morning because of the amount of rain that is coming down with these storms. These storms are putting down very heavy rain. Let's just pull up the rain rates. Look at all that. So that's the radar showing us these storms are putting down 1 to 2 inches of rain per hour. So they are very heavy rainmakers, so we're having a hard time seeing anything. So that's why I'm really looking at velocity, because this is showing us what the winds are looking like inside that storm. And we have those greens and those reds touching now very close to Highway 25, just towards the south and west of Clio. So if you're in Whitley County, you need to be in your safe place for this tornado warning that is going into effect until 4:45 this morning. So about 10 to 15 more minutes, we're going to sit here and watch this thing for you. You need to be sheltered in the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You want to make sure that you have on a helmet if you have one. Make sure to have on shoes if you have those. And just, you don't want to be in a mobile home, and you don't want to be driving. No one should be driving right now along Interstate 75 in the city of Williamsburg. up to about Walden. No one should be driving along Highway 25 up to about the Cumberland, I think it's Cumberland Parkway. Let me get a little bit closer look here. Cumberland Falls Highway. So we're just south of the Cumberland Falls Highway is where we're seeing that best tornado couplet, just to the south and west of the community of Clio. So I'm circling that tornado couplet right there, just to the north and west of the city of Williamsburg. So again, no one should be driving along I-75, along Highway 25 in Whitley County for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Let this tornado warning expire or pass until you do so, and everyone should be sheltered right now in central Whitley County, including the city of Williamsburg. So I'm going to show that warning one more time. If anyone's just now joining us, we have a new tornado warning for portions of Whitley County until 4:45 this morning. If you were in this red box, so from Saxton up to Williamsburg, you guys should be in your tornado safe place right now. Don't wait on this thing. Don't try and go out and look for it. It's dark and it's raining really heavily. I'll pull back up the reflectivity. So this is how much rain's coming down in Whitley County. So it's coming down very heavy. You're not going to be able to see much. So this is why we are looking at velocity, because we have a better look at that signature that is just to the south and west of Highway 25 West. Between the communities of Redbird and Clio is where we're seeing that best tornado couplet. Once we pull up correlation coefficient, this is a really great thing. We're not looking at anything in the way of debris that's being lofted from this storm. So that's amazing news. We want that to continue to be the case, but until this signature expires, we need you to stay sheltered in central Whitley County. If you know anyone in central Whitley County that is in this tornado warning polygon that you might think is asleep right now, because it is 4:30 in the morning, you make sure to give them a call, wake them up, let them know that we have a tornado warning for portions of their area. I'll pull that out one more time just to let everyone see. This is included for portions of Whitley County from Saxton up to Williamsburg and over to the community just to the south of Youngs Creek. This does include I-75 near Williamsburg, also includes Highway 25 West. It also includes Highway 2792 from the community of Yaden over towards the McCreary County line. So no one should be driving along these highways this morning until this tornado warning is allowed to expire. A car is one of the worst places to be during a tornado warning. And we're still continuing to track this couplet that is just to the north and west of the city of Williamsburg. So just be sure to stay sheltered for about the next 10 minutes, or unless they choose to expire this warning or keep it going. We'll see what happens, but just continue to stay sheltered in Whitley County until we give you the all clear. We are continuing to watch this couplet right here in between the communities of Clio and Redbird. This is where we are tracking a possible tornado this morning for portions of Whitley County. So here's I-75 over here. Here's Highway 25 West. No one should be driving on those highways for about the next 15 minutes to let this storm pass over. Even if there is no tornado, there is a really heavy rain falling right now along those highways, so it's just hard to see anyways. So it wouldn't be the best idea just to let these storms pass before you get out there on the roads this morning. But we do have a tornado warning for portions of Whitley County from Saxton up to Williamsburg, and everyone should be sheltered over to Clio, over to Duck Run. If you live in that community, you need to be sheltered as well. They are going to continue this tornado warning until 4:45 for Whitley County. So we are going to stay here with you and track this thing out. Looks like we have a new scan here, and it's losing its, I will say it's not as tight as it was. It's really broad in this area right now. Looks like we have two separate areas of circulation that we're watching, but it's not as tight as it was just say 5 to 10 minutes ago, which is a great sign. So it could be losing that. We'll look at the correlation coefficient again, and we're still not looking at anything in the way of debris being lofted, which is another great thing out there. But still, we want to continue to take this thing very seriously and stay sheltered if you are in Whitley County, in the community at Redbird, over to Williamsburg, over to Wofford. Everyone needs to stay sheltered if you are in this tornado warning polygon for about the next 10 minutes until this thing is canceled or allowed to expire. We are still watching for this possible tornado just towards the north and west of the city of Williamsburg. So in this area right here, so those green colors are winds going towards the radar. Those red colors are winds going away from the radar. And when we have those colors touching like that, that shows that there is rotation in that storm. But I will say the rotation is not as well defined as it was about 5 to 10 minutes ago, which is a great thing. We want this to fall apart as soon as possible. But until it does so, you need to continue to stay sheltered in Whitley County for about the next 10 minutes or so. And again, no one should be driving along I-75. If you know anyone that's driving this morning along that interstate in Whitley County, be sure that they know there is a tornado warning that they need to pull off as soon as possible. There is also anyone driving along Highway 25 West. Make sure that they know there is a possible tornado in this portion of Whitley County, and no one should be driving along that interstate or along that highway until this tornado warning is allowed to expire. Because we have this tornado warning now for portions of Whitley County until 4:45 this morning. If you're just now joining us, if you're in Williamsburg, you need to stay sheltered. If you're in Saxton, stay sheltered. Up to Clio in that community, you need to stay sheltered for this possible tornado. And I know this looks like a bucket of spilled paint out here. It's hard to look at. You might not know what you're looking at, but these red colors are winds that are going away from the radar. Those green colors are going towards the radar. And like I said, once they touch like that, it shows us that there is rotation in that storm. And like I said earlier, it's not as well defined as it was about 5 to 10 minutes ago, but it still is something that you need to take seriously. This is not something you need to just sit out there and look for, because you're not going to be able to see anything from this storm because of how much rain is falling. Some very heavy rain is falling in Whitley County this morning from this possible tornadic storm. So you're not going to be able to see much. So just stay sheltered. Don't go outside and look for this. It's not worth it. And don't be driving along Interstate 75. Don't be driving along Highway 25 West. If you're in the community of Goldbug up to Clio and down to Redbird, this is where we are watching for that possible tornado until 4:45 this morning. So about 5 more minutes. We'll see what the National Weather Service wants to do, if they are going to continue this warning or if they were going to cancel this warning. Aside from that, we have a severe thunderstorm warning surrounding that tornado warning. This is for portions of Laurel, McCreary, Pulaski, and Whitley counties for damaging straight line winds. So aside from that tornado warning, we also have that severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Pulaski, McCreary, Whitley, and Laurel counties this morning. But we're going to jump back into this possible tornado that is just to the north and west of Williamsburg this morning. Still tracking this out for you, and it hasn't really moved much over the past 10 minutes. It's really stayed in this portion of the county between the communities of Redbird and Clio, but there's definitely rotation. It's not as tight as it was, let's say, over the past 10 minutes, but you still need to stay sheltered. Along Highway 25, along Interstate 75, no one should be driving along those highways. If you're in Wofford, over to Clio, Redbird, down to downtown Williamsburg, you need to stay sheltered until this tornado warning is allowed to expire. It has not done so yet. We still have about 5 more minutes until it's supposed to expire, but we'll see what the National Weather Service wants to do. And very heavy rain falling in Whitley County, lots of lightning, lots of thunder. But the reason that we are here is because of this tornado warning for portions of Whitley County until 4:45. And like I said, it's hard to see what's going on, not that classic tornadic look because of that very heavy rain that's falling. But if you take a closer look at the velocity, it really gives a better look at what we're dealing with. And we have that couplet that's just about right here. Not the best circle, but just about right there, just towards the west of Interstate 75, also just to the west of Highway 25. Here's downtown Williamsburg right here. So this is what we're dealing with just towards the north and west of downtown Williamsburg is a possible tornado. Nothing confirmed, but we are watching to see. And the National Weather Service has just expired this tornado warning. So if you are in Whitley County, we'll give a few seconds to let our system catch up to that. But the National Weather Service has expired the tornado warning for Whitley County. So if you're in Whitley County, if you're in Williamsburg, down to Saxton, you're given the all clear. The National Weather Service has allowed this tornado warning to expire. We'll just wait and let this pop up of our system. But if you are in Whitley County, this tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Other portions of the state, we are dealing with very heavy rain this morning over to Somerset, Pulaski County, down to Monticello, down to Pine Knot. All of you guys are watching some very heavy rain. We have portions of Pulaski, Laurel, Whitley, and McCreary counties under a severe thunderstorm warning at this hour. But again, this tornado warning is no longer on the board. The National Weather Service has allowed this tornado warning to expire. So if you're in Whitley County, you are given that all clear. But very heavy rain continues to fall this morning over portions of our southern counties. We will be back in about 15 minutes for WYMT Mountain News this morning, so make sure to join us then. If any more tornado warnings are issued, we will be right back here at WYMT. But thank you for joining us, and you are all clear in Whitley County.